Good day, everybody. As you can tell, this is why I haven't been on live for a few days. I totally lost my voice. I don't know if I've laryngitis or what, but thank goodness I had it the night of my show. But I'm recording today, and yeah, so I can't do my vocals, unfortunately, but that's okay. I can still play my instruments. I can still do that. I hope everybody's grand. It's such a beautiful day here today. I'm just like so in awe of the world and the earth plane. This July has been just beyond measurable expansion for myself. How have you been feeling? Like, how is the expansion going on in your life? Is it uncomfortable? Are you in discomfort? Are you in flow state? Are you enjoying every moment of life and this beautiful time that we're in? I'm going on holidays next week with my kids again. Well, next Friday I leave, so I won't be on as much. I'm taking them out to the west coast of Canada, which is amazing. Going to Kamloops first, where my parents are, and then out to the coast. It'll be so much fun. I love being near the water. I'm a Cancer sun. I'm a water, crab. I'm not crabby, but I'm a crab. And I just wanted to talk about today, like the internal dialogues going on within you. Do you find when more difficult emotions arise or more difficult conversations within or outside arise, do you shy away from them? Do you fall into that same patterning of convincing yourself that you're not good enough? You know, when we speak of resistance in the spiritual world, a lot of people are like, well, what is resistance? What resistance is when you're moving into a new reality, when you're moving into this expansion energy of creating something new, becoming something new. It's those feelings, those thoughts, those fears that you're not good enough, or you can't do it, or you're not measuring up, or past experiences that have showed you you're not that, and sitting in that and being like, well, no, the past has showed me that I'm not worthy, or I'm not lovable, or I'm not pretty enough, or I'm not talented enough. And that's baloney, because you're all those things. And I want you to realize that and step into that energy within yourself and that belief, because the more you rewrite that belief that you are good enough, the more you will align with that and become that version of you that is good enough. Because man, like, do you think anybody who started something new is amazing at it the first time they start? No, there's trial and error, there's perceived failure, which is just lessons learned. Because when we don't do well at something, it's teaching us where we need to change, where we need to maybe put more energy into, or understanding into, or study, or, just putting ourselves out there. I can tell you on, excuse me, first time I performed on stage with an instrument. I've spoken on stage numerous times. Speaking is easy for me, but playing an instrument with a band was like, holy crap. I can sit behind my camera and play my acoustic guitar till the cow come home and sing. Not the best, but when you're on stage and there's people there watching you physically, it's a whole different show. And you know what? I just float with it. And this is like the perfect parable for life. In those moments where you think you may screw up, fuck up, not do good enough, not be good enough, just flow with it and go. Because what's the worst that can happen? You do awesome. And if you don't, people still think you do awesome because they don't know any different. You are the only person holding you back from your divinity, from your most awesome version of you in your life, from the abundance that's waiting to come into you, from the love, from all of that. And my raspy voice is hilarious. Yesterday, I literally could barely even make a sound. And my kids were laughing at me because I was trying to not yell at my son, but get his attention. And I couldn't even get words out. And it's so funny. It's like throat chakra activations. And it's a throat chakra activation because I freaking set a really strong boundary on Thursday with the person in my life. And I was like, this is not happening anymore. And then I lost my voice. So I'm like, this is amazing. This is like that expansion energy. It's an upgrade. And if you look at every seeming circumstance that might not be great in life as an upgrade, this is where you become magic. And this is where you become limitless, because the only thing that can stop you is you and your mind. And that's my message today. The only thing holding you back is your freaking mind. So stop that baloney. Stop it. and understand that you are great and you are worthy. I've had a lot of interest in people wanting an activation for really stepping into their higher spiritual gifts, intuitive gifts. And so look out for it in August. The 8-8 portal is coming up for this year of 2022. And 8-8 is such a spiritual abundance, just like number. So I feel that that's going to be a great day to host that on. So if you're looking to really attune yourself and tune your radio dial into your channeling abilities or your psychic abilities or just like your feeling abilities, come join us that day. It'll be a very small monetary exchange. These activations are always super powerful. And I love, this is where spirit takes me. This is where my guidance takes me. It just brings me to this inspired action of when I just know what to do and what to do with it. So we're working grounding because grounding is imperative as I force the freaking sound out of my trachea, my larynx just to speak. Grounding is so important because when we really can ground ourselves into our energies and into the energies that are coming through us, we can activate this higher knowing within ourselves, within our beingness, within, our consciousness, and we can really tune in, because really all psychic abilities is tuning in and knowing. And that's the beauty, because when we realize that the true psychic abilities start with us knowing things already, that's how we create. These coincidences are not actually coincidences. They are creations in the mind that show up in your reality. And this is how psychic ability works, because other people feel that in your field, because this is multiverse, these infinite fields of potential rotating around you constantly in your auric field, and psychics and clairvoyants and all these beautiful beings pick up on that in your field, and they can pick up on the ones that you're actually aligned with based on your energy and your thought patterns. So that's what these abilities is aligning with that and knowing. And it's going to be a bit of the way I teach it is, half manifestation, half tuning into your gifts, because it's all the same. It's all one. Everything is one. Everything's happening now, past, present, and future. So as you change your mindset now and your belief in self now, you actually change these past lives that you've lived through, if that's what you believe in, and they all level up and align and become this new trajectory that you're on. And it's really freaking cool to watch. I've seen some really big manifestations come to fruition in my life recently, just because I've settled into my beingness and my knowingness, and they just come instantly. And I've set that intention that things come instantly to me and to others around me, because I'll manifest for others around me sometimes too. And it's beautiful to watch the shift. Anyway, I had to go pack my gear up and get to the studio to record today. We're recording a couple more songs, which is really cool, because we're going to have an EP out, which is 4 or 5 songs that'll be on Spotify. This is a manifestation of mine I've been dreaming of since I was a little kid, and I've manifested the most amazing group of musicians to play with and create music. And I've manifested these beautiful communities that I spearhead and I teach in, because this is what we do. If you would have told me 3 years ago I'd be playing guitar on stage, I'd be like, I don't even know how to do this. Or if you would have told me 3 years ago, 10 years ago, younger Becky, that I'd be creating this beauty and everybody that comes into contact with me heals. That's one of the manifestations I set. Everybody who comes in contact with me heals, and they have these spontaneous awakenings, and they realize the beauty within themselves. And this is the power of our thought. So tell me your success stories below if you feel like it. I love hearing success stories. Tell me how you feel after watching this video, and I wish you the most beautiful day. Love you. Bye. Send me love from my throat.